this evening, sponsored by Corps, bringing value home. 51 kilos of gold seized in Brazil. Usual Guyanese suspects under the radar once again. Source: AFC joins call to convene meeting to elect opposition leader. Says constitution is unambiguous. Guyana launches 2025 to 2029 National Disability Strategic Plan. More public awareness needed on protective measures to address gender-based violence, help and shelter, and in sport. Chess Federation officially announces squad for upcoming Inter-Guyana Games competition. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm ALETHEA Grant with the Thursday, 4th December 2025 edition of the HGP Nightly News. We'll begin tonight's broadcast by telling you that Brazilian authorities have uncovered yet another major gold smuggling operation with possible links to Guyana. More than 51 kilos of gold worth nearly 37 million reais were seized aboard a small aircraft that landed in Boa Vista on Tuesday morning. And tonight, sources are telling Nightly News that Guyanese operators may once again be at the center of the illegal trade. Travis Chase reports.
Brazil's federal police moved in at last International Airport in Boa Vista, where they intercepted a small aircraft arriving from a notorious region for illegal mining routes. Inside, officers discovered 54 bars of gold, a firearm, and ammunition. The pilot was immediately arrested, while 3 other occupants were detained for questioning. But now, sources close to the investigation are pointing fingers beyond Brazil's borders. A senior official familiar with the operation told Nightly News that investigators believe the seized gold may have originated in Guyana, noting that the usual suspects are once again under the radar. According to the source, several shipments of gold have been confiscated in recent months in Brazil, yet no one has come forward to claim the precious metal, a hallmark, they say, of organized cross-border smuggling rings. The source added that gold smuggling between Guyana and Brazil is rampant, facilitated by porous borders, clandestine airstrips, and a well-established network of illegal couriers and buyers. Brazil's Civil Aviation Agency confirmed that the aircraft was operating illegally, transporting both passengers and cargo without authorization. The pilot's license has been suspended and the aircraft has been seized as evidence. The high-risk operation was carried out jointly by the federal police and the Casa de Governor, a federal agency heavily involved in cracking down on illegal mining and organized crime in Brazil's northern region. As investigators trace the gold's origin, they are now working to determine whether the crew is connected to a larger transnational network involved in mining, smuggling, and tax evasion. Authorities say more arrests could follow. The latest seizure adds to growing concerns about the scale and sophistication of the illegal gold pipeline between Guyana and Brazil. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
The Alliance for Change is the latest political body calling for the meeting to be convened to elect the leader of the opposition without further delay. Travis Chase reports.
The Alliance for Change says the Guyana Constitution is unambiguous on the election of the opposition leader, noting that Article 184 clearly requires the Speaker of the National Assembly to summon opposition members of Parliament so they can elect one of their own to serve as leader of the opposition. While the Constitution does not impose a specific time frame, the AFC argues that the framers of the law would have expected such a meeting to take place within a reasonable period after the new parliament is convened. That window, the party insists, has already passed, leaving the nation in an unnecessary state of constitutional and political uncertainty. Across the political spectrum, similar frustrations are being voiced. A Partnership for National Unity leader Aubrey Norton has questioned the prolonged delay, reminding that the Constitution mandates the existence of an opposition leader as part of Guyana's democratic structure. Leader of the Forward Guyana movement, Amanza Walton Desire, has gone further, accusing the Speaker's continued inaction of stalling a critical constitutional process and eroding democratic governance. For his part, Clerk of the National Assembly Sherlock Isaacs has confirmed that although the Constitution outlines the procedure for electing an opposition leader, it does not specify when the Speaker must initiate the meeting. With the We Invest in Nationhood party holding most of the opposition seats in Parliament, many expect the eventual leader of the opposition to emerge from that grouping. But political actors agree that the identity of the nominee is not the immediate concern. The urgency lies in convening the meeting and restoring normal parliamentary operations. As calls grow louder, pressure is mounting on the Speaker to act and bring closure to a process that many believe is long overdue. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
The Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development has reached an agreement with vendors plying their trade at the Perico Market. Marvin Cato reports.
The Ministry of Local Government and vendors plying their trade in the Perico Market have agreed to end roadside vending. Subject Minister Priyamani Chan, during a constructive and consultative engagement with vendors on Wednesday, agreed to occupy the newly built facility, but after the busy Christmas holiday shopping season. Vendors say they will be compliant.
We are very happy that she gave us extra time to come move in because it's the holiday season.
I agree with the minister, yes, for coming in the market. He's glad for coming in the market.
We vend out there a long time, and we had times where the weather is bad, we had getting wet, or things getting wet. So we're thankful for this building, and we agreed to move in here.
Vendors have agreed to relocate fully inside the market by midnight on December 29th.
We agree that we have to move. We have a spot that we have to move.
And we are also happy that we could get a spot in the market to move into.
And it's really uncomfortable there, out there, dangerous.
Once vendors are relocated, the roadway they currently occupy will ensure a safer environment for motorists and pedestrians, while also ensuring a more orderly, comfortable, and enjoyable market experience for shoppers.
We agreed to come off when the minister gave us, we agreed.
Yes, I'm so thankful, so it's years I've been asking for a spot in the market. Happy to, I eventually get one.
The Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development is pleased that vendors are in full support of the relocation and remains committed to supporting the smooth transition into the market space when the time comes. In February 2023, a major fire destroyed the old Perico Market Center, causing major losses for vendors. The fire completely destroyed the market, and according to local authorities, it was believed that welding residue likely caused sparks to ignite materials in a stall that sold flares and other explosive materials. At the time of the fire, more than 160 registered vendors occupied stalls there. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Join us after the break. We have more news for you.
I'm sorry. I couldn't take any more of your gaslighting. Just go. I got burned too many times. I went to Quartz and found myself a new flame.
Say goodbye to your old appliances and hello to new ones from Quartz, bringing Christmas home.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting's and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc., powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Get sexy feet in an instant of just trying on a pair. Your toes will wiggle and you will giggle. It's almost a riddle. Colors Boutique. Care, glamour, comfort, and sexy all together in one store. Colors Boutique. Care, glamour, comfort, and sexy all together in one store.
Welcome back. You with the HGP Nightly News. A pensioner on Graham Street in Plaisance on the east coast of Demerara is upset after losing all her poultry due to flooding in her yard. Antonio Day filed that report.
With just 21 days before Christmas, Miss Myers, a pensioner of Graham Street, Plaisance, east coast of Demerara, is up in arms as her main source of income has been adversely affected. She's peeved after losing all her chickens due to flooding in her yard. The flood water is back up because the community drains were blocked to facilitate road construction along the East Coast thoroughfare.
They blocked the road, the line up there, preventing the water from going out. So the water came back now and flooded up the whole place. Whole week the water, they kill out my chicken, then they had 12 chicken, they killed it on and all the eggs spoiled also.
The elderly woman who sells chickens and supply customers with eggs is now questioning how and who will be compensating her for the damages.
And they said we got to be with chief because they've been in the road. So when we take the last, who gave me back? Nobody gave me back nothing. So I got the losses. But when I get up this morning, I see the water now moving out. But still I'm moving in fast enough.
The visibly frustrated woman expressed disappointment at the poor maintenance of the drains in her community.
Because you clean in front and you left the back and there's a blocking up there. The water can't get to come out. So we passing through this all the time. And this is stupidness.
The 73-year-old woman now finds herself between a rock and a hard place since her main source of income has been severely impacted. Nightly News made contact with an overseer at the Industry Plaisance Neighborhood Democratic Council, but all calls were unanswered up to press time. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Guyana has taken another significant step towards building a more inclusive society with the launch of the 2025 to 2029 National Strategic Plan for Disability Inclusion. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
The National Commission on Disability, NCD, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, on Wednesday launched the 2025 to 2029 National Strategic Plan for Disability Inclusion, signaling a strengthened national commitment to protecting the rights, dignity, and full participation of persons living with disabilities across Guyana. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony, in delivering a feature address, emphasized that the strategic plan represents more than a policy document, but an actionable framework designed to remove barriers, expand essential services, and support children and adults with disabilities throughout their lives. He noted that over the past few years, the ministry has been able to address several pressing needs affecting persons living with disabilities.
Those who have mobility challenges over the last 2 years or so, we probably would have given out and assisted people with wheelchairs.
Dr. Anthony added that the ministry has started comprehensive screening and testing for school-aged children.
So far in the ministry, we would have screened close to 70,000 children. Those entering nursery, those going from nursery into primary, and those going from primary into secondary. And our intention is to screen every child that is at school.
He further disclosed that the ministry is in the process of designing and constructing a neurological center where persons requiring specialized treatment will have access to improved care. Additional emphasis, he said, is also being placed on autism support and diagnosis.
Because we have children, sometimes we don't diagnose them on time, but we now have, for the first time in the country, 2 child psychiatrists, and we have other persons that we are training to identify people on the autistic spectrum.
Meanwhile, Program Manager at the Guyana Council for Organizations for Persons with Disabilities, Guyana's Singh, said a strategic plan will guide the Commission's efforts to promote and protect the rights of persons with disabilities.
This will be done by monitoring how the legislation is implemented, but at the same time, address issues of discrimination.
The strategic plan outlines several key pillars essential to advancing disability inclusion nationwide. These include ensuring equitable access to education and adequate classroom support, strengthening early identification and intervention, expanding social protection to reduce vulnerability, improving accessibility in communication and public services, and deepening collaboration among government agencies, civil society, communities, and international partners. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
With a plethora of activities in observance of the 16 days of activism to eliminate violence against women and girls, Pamela North, Director of Help and Shelter, believes more public awareness is needed.
During an interview with Nightly News, Pamela North, Director of the Health and Shelter, noted that while legislation such as the Family Violence Act of 2024 and the amended Sexual Offences Act of 2024 have protective measures, more public awareness is required. She said oftentimes victims are unaware of these rights to safety.
There are several key pieces of legislation here that protects women, but what happens, sometimes they don't know about these rights, so they fail. They fail to represent themselves, or they fail to make representation for somebody they may know that is in an abusive relationship.
North opined that public awareness alone cannot be advanced by the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, but other institutions also have a key role to play. Subject Minister Dr. Vindhya Prasad back in October had revealed that 96 women lost their lives to domestic violence over the past 5 years. The Help and Shelter Director noted that as of this year, there were gruesome murders of women to which children were witnesses. North said that these occurrences are concerning.
Up to October, the second week in October of this year, there were 17 murders. 17 murders where women's lives were lost, senselessly due to some partner who felt maybe jealousy, maybe aggravated or something, and they killed those women. Some of those cases, the children witnessed that violent act.
North noted that Help and Shelter has trained personnel who are equipped to deal with all types of violence, especially domestic and sexual violence and child abuse. The Help and Shelter also has a section for migrants who are victims of gender-based violence.
So we have bilingual counselors also that helps to facilitate that process. Help and Shelter, during the 16 days of activism, we promote and we advocate for more rights for women.
North also referenced cases of men who are victims of domestic abuse. Antonio De reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thanks, Antonio. Stay tuned. We have more news for you.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and we're celebrating with big savings on smartphones, starting as low as $16,500 for the Samsung A06 and $26,500 for the Samsung A16 and $40,500 for the A26. But wait, there's more. Get 1 month free data with your new phone to keep you close to loved ones near and far. Offer available while stocks last. Visit a Digicel store today and unwrap the gift of real connections. Digicel.
I'm sorry. I couldn't take any more of your gaslighting. Just go. I got burned too many times. I went to Quartz and found myself a new flame.
Say goodbye to your old appliances and hello to new ones from Quartz, bringing Christmas home.
Welcome back. You with the HGP Nightly News. Thanks for staying with us. Guyana has made medical history, completing the Caribbean's first ever 4-pair kidney chain transplant at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation. Tiana Cole has that story.
The Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, GPHC, has successfully completed the first chain kidney transplant in the Caribbean, an advanced procedure involving 4 donor recipient pairs and 8 surgeries performed over 4 days from September 29 to October 2nd. Head of the transplant surgery, Dr. Kishore Prasad, explained at Wednesday's press briefing that a complex operation was made possible through the use of virtual cross-matching, allowing the team to identify compatible donors among previously incompatible pairs.
This achievement involved a 4-pair chain transplant among 4 sets of patients who were incompatible, basically because of the ABO, or what you call a blood group incompatibility, or antibodies incompatibilities. Or in simpler terms, none of them had a donor who could have donated a kidney to them successfully.
Dr. Prasad noted that each recipient was matched with a suitable donor, enabling them to come off dialysis and resume healthy, productive lives.
These surgeries were performed entirely by the doctors and staff of the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation. We are presently the only transplant center in the Caribbean that does pair exchange transplant. And now we're leading the way forward by doing the first chain transplant at the Georgetown Public Hospital.
Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony announced that a local doctor will be sent to India next year for a specialized training in HLA testing, a critical component of donor-recipient matching.
This equipment also needs us to have specially trained persons to be able to do the actual testing and the interpretation. And so one of the things that we have done is identify one of our doctors who would be going to India in the new year to be trained. Meanwhile,
GPHC CEO Robbie Rambarine highlighted the rising burden of kidney disease, noting it was the 9th leading cause of death worldwide in 2023, and Ghana continues to see increasing diagnosis.
We have 368 patients on dialysis, of which 246 started this year. These are some alarming numbers. And this does not constitute what happens at other public health facilities and in the private sector. At Georgetown Hospital, from 2023 to date, we have registered our patient, 2,200 new patients join our nephrology clinic.
Tiana Ko reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for regional news.
Christmas runs on real connections with Digicel. The calls, the laughter, the joy, and the chance to pick and win big. We're giving away $12 million. Yes, every week, one lucky Digicel customer gets a chance to win up to $2 million. 6 lucky winners in total. Here's how you get in. Top up with $1,000 or more, or pay your fiber or postpaid bill in full. The more you top up, the more chances you get. Stay connected this Christmas for your chance to win big. Digicel.
Say hello to your new favorite sip, Fruta Mango Passion. This tropical combo of mango and passion fruit delivers a bold flavor and wholesome goodness. It's fruity, it's vibrant, and it fits right into your day. Grab your Mango Passion can today and live fruitfully. Fruta.
Good evening and welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. I am Antonio Day. We begin with news in Haiti. A man alleged to be the founder and leader of the Haitian gang was sentenced on Wednesday to life in prison in the United States for orchestrating the kidnapping of 17 people, including 5 children who were on a missionary trip to the Caribbean country. Jolly German declined to say anything before U.S. District Judge John Bates in Washington, D.C., who sentenced him, quoting, "No remorse has been shown by Mr. German. No acceptance of responsibility," the judge said. Some of the kidnapping victims chose to speak in court, telling German that they forgive him for his role in their ordeal. Over to news in Latin America. The family of a Colombian man has filed the first formal challenge to U.S. military strikes on alleged drug-carrying boats, arguing in a petition to the premier human rights watchdog in the Americas that his death was an extrajudicial killing. The petition from the family of Alejandro Carranza says that the military bombed his fishing boat on September 15 when he was sailing off Colombia's Caribbean coast in violation of human rights conventions. The Inter-American Commission on Human Rights received a complaint on Tuesday, and while the Trump administration has said it supports the Commission's work, the U.S. does not recognize the jurisdiction of an international court associated with the Commission. Therefore, any recommendations that could result from the family's petition would not be binding. The family's attorney, Daniel Kovalik, said the Carranza's 4 children and spouse want to be compensated, as their loved one was their primary breadwinner. And finally, with some international news. Tens of thousands of people were left without power and heating in southern Ukraine after Russian nighttime attacks on the front line of Kherson and Ukraine's largest seaport, Odessa, local authorities and the energy company said on Thursday. As winter approaches, Russia has sharply increased the number and intensity of attacks on Ukraine's energy and utility supply, plunging entire cities and regions into darkness. Ukrainian energy company DTEK said on Thursday that Russia attacked its energy facility in the southern Odessa region overnight, leaving 51,800 households without power. I'm Antonio Day. Thank you for viewing and listening. Have a great evening and goodbye for now.
Let's now join Delwyn Neblet for HGP's Sports Pulse.
Good evening, Guyana. I'm Delwyn Neblet with your HGP TV Sports Pulse for today, Thursday, December 4th, 2025. We begin tonight with chess. The Guyana Chess Federation have officially announced their squads for the upcoming Inter-Guyana chess competition scheduled for December 5th to 7th at the National Racket Center in Georgetown. 2 teams comprising of 4 males and 4 females between the ages of 14 and 18 will compete in a 60-minute plus 30-second increment time format. On the girls' side, Team Guyana will be represented by a 15-year-old woman candidate master Aditi Joshi, 16-year-old CL Clement, 17-year-old Melina Rajkumar, and 18-year-old Italy Ton Chang. Selected on the boys' side are 16-year-old Kyle Couchman, 15-year-old candidate master Sachin Pitamba, 16-year-old Maikaya Eno, and 15-year-old Alexander Zhang. The teams will be coached by FIDE master Anthony Drayton and candidate master Tafin Khan. Moving into football, action continued in the 2025 MVP Sports Girls Under-11 Pee Wee football competition with multiple fixtures at the Ministry of Education ground on Saturday. For the first time in the tournament's history, 2 Region 1 sides, Waramuri Primary and Santa Rosa Primary, will feature in the grand final. The first semi-final, Santa Rosa booked their spot after eliminating defending champions Marian Academy in a keenly contested fixture that ended in a 1-1 draw, as Marion's Ella Fernandez and Santa Rosa's Ravina Johnson each scored once for their respective sides. Santa Rosa would then hold their nerve to win 5-4 in the penalty shootout. In semi-final number 2, Waramuri Primary defeated St. John the Baptist Primary 2-0 on the back of goals from Alina Lewis and Althea Marks. The final showdown between Santa Rosa Primary and Waramuri Primary is set for Saturday, December 6th at the Ministry of Education ground on Carifest Avenue. Marian Academy and St. John the Baptist Primary will go head-to-head in the third-place playoff. More in football, Guyana's all-time top scorer Amari Glasgow will line up as a guest player for Slingers FC in the GFF Super 16 tournament. Fresh off goals against Bonaire and Antigua and Barbuda, the 22-year-old Chicago Fire forward returns to local football for the first time since leaving Western Tigers, providing a major boost to the Elite League champions' title ambitions. As a top 4 Elite League finisher, Slingers FC will enter the competition in the quarterfinals, where they will face the winner of the Buxton Stars, Menedalus, and Putaro Group. Moving into golf, action took place in the 2025 Romel Bagwandin-sponsored golf tournament at the Lusignan Golf Club on Sunday. Anand Pasod secured the overall best net title with a net score of 31, while Vishal Dani took home the overall best gross award with a gross score of 36. Players were recognized across all flights as Karamchand Prasad secured victory in the beginners category with a gross of 11. Anand Prasad was first in flight 18 to 36 with a gross of 40, a handicap of 9 and a net score of 31, while Pur Prasad secured victory entry in Flight 10 to 18 with a gross of 40, a handicap of 8, and a net score of 32. Flight 0 to 9 was won by Vishal Dani with a gross of 36, a handicap of 3, and a net score of 33. Special awards went to Vicky Dani for the longest drive, Jaipal Supnanand for nearest to the pin, and Philip Haynes for the most honest player. The Best Dressed Player award was presented to Robin Tiwari. And finally, in boxing, the Guyana Boxing Association's team of Desmond Amsterdam and Kevin Alicock, along with coach Lennox Daniels, have departed for the ongoing 2025 IBA Men's Elite World Championships scheduled for December 2nd to 13 in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. The tournament, which is part of the International Boxing Association's two-week festival of boxing, marks an important return for both fighters as they aim to surpass their previous performances on one of the sport's biggest stages. Olympian Kevin Alicock enters the event with renewed determination, while Desmond Amsterdam, the first Guyanese to earn a historic bronze at the AMBC Elite Championships, continues to stand out as one of the America's most talented and accomplished boxers. Both fighters recently stepped into the professional ranks, but GBA President Steve Ninval is confident their experience and discipline will translate to success in Dubai. The championships feature a record prize structure offering US $300,000 for gold, US $150,000 for silver, and US $75,000 for bronze. That's it for this edition of the HGP TV Sports Pulse. I'm Delwyn Neblet reminding you to stay in the game.
51 kilos of gold seized in Brazil. Usual Guyanese suspects under the radar once again. AFC joins call to convene meeting to elect opposition leader. Says constitution is unambiguous. Guyana launches a 2025 to 2029 National Disability Strategic Plan. More public awareness needed on protective measures to address gender-based violence, help and shelter, and in sport. Chess Federation officially announces squad for upcoming Inter-Guyana Games competition. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm ALETHEA Grant. Thanks for watching.